Hello, hello everyone. You're on Tony's Magical Arts and Crafts, and I'm Tony. Hi, hello. So this is going to be a long video, okay? I'll try to keep it within 30 minutes, but there's a possibility, knowing me, that we will go over. But do you have oodles and oodles and oodles of buttons like I do? I have, my friend that I watch the dogs for. She works for an old folks home, and so every time they get new maintenance in there, they have to reorganize and throw stuff out and get new stuff like that, right? And so she found a bunch of these buttons. So I have this whole thing of buttons, and then I have a whole thing of buttons over here too. And so I've been looking on Etsy on what should I be doing with all these buttons, because I don't normally use buttons on my projects. Maybe I should start, right? So I came across a cute little post making Christmas ornaments out of buttons. Jeez. Isn't that just adorable? And see, it just hangs on your tree. And so I've been making a bunch, and you can do them in any color. You don't have to do it in greens, but here's a purple and greens. Okay. Here's a green and red. And I just fell in love with making these. Oh, those look so cute. Here's a red tree. And they all came out, like the shape of them, they all came out different and unique. And I love it. But the idea is to start the base of your tree big and slowly, gradually get smaller and smaller and smaller, right? So I even played around with putting bells on the bottom of the trees. Isn't that cute? But I got a bunch of these, and I'm so happy. They turned out so cute, and I will be, my little goodie bags that I'm making up, I'll be putting one of these in each one for my family members. And so for this project, you're going to need buttons of all different sizes. You're going to need some kind of cord. Like I had this in my stash. My friend that makes jewelry. This is like a neon cord, and I have it in different colors. So something about that size. You can also use fishing line, or maybe embroidery floss would work too. I also found that I had this, it's for, it kind of reminds me of fishing line, but it's for jewelry making. Just something thin but sturdy. The label fell off, or I would show you what. I also have some fishing line that I found in my stash. I know you can't see that, but there's fishing line in there. That would work. Just something thin. Okay. So buttons of all kinds of sizes in some kind of special design to go on top of the tree. And I've been going with stars. But I have little stars here. I have glitter on them. They're just little plastic beads. That came in that stuff that my friend gave me with these buttons. So I have a whole bag of them. And then she gave me another bag full of plastic star beads here. These are a little bit smaller. And I believe these ones came from Dollar Tree. Those even look really cute on there too. But if you don't have these, you can also use some kind of little fancy button on the top, or little fancy bead or something. But the star beads came from this bag. But see, that right there, that's from Dollar Tree. So I'm pretty sure she got these, or the company that she worked for, they got them from Dollar Tree. And so yeah. And then if you want to do any charms or something to hang off, you'll need some bells. I think I got these from Hobby Lobby, these tiny little red bells. Some jump rings, some charms. I got a whole bunch of charms here from my friend Gwen here on YouTube. So yeah. And so I've already got, I don't know if you can see here, I've already got my buttons here. So to make that whole tree, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 colored ones for the base. And you can see that I started from big, and I'm slowly trying to find buttons. Like I said, these can be in any color, because the stuff that I've been seeing on Pinterest, I mean, think of a color and it was made, this ornament was made in that color. Like the base of the tree right here, you can do any color. Most of them went with darker colors like dark brown, dark red, really dark green, or black. So it's what's this size? You want 5 of these for the base. And so I'm gonna cut some cord and make one on camera with you guys. So how's everyone doing? Are you in the thick of... I've lost my end here. It's a big mess. This cord is. I need to So I'm kind of just eyeballing how much cord I need. So I've been going with that. So from the tip of my fingers, and I'm doubling it over, kind of past my wrist. Kind of how I've been doing it. And so you want 2 ends. And I take the first bottom one, right? And this button has 4 holes, but I'm only going to go through 2 of them. And I want to go through this one and go straight across from it and go through that one. Let me see. Let's see, it just comes right off the top. And just make it go all the way down. It looks like that. Okay. And then we're just going to keep doing that for the base of our tree. Just keep sliding that way down. There we go. See? It's starting to build up. So, what kind of Christmas crafts are you working on? And are you making handmade gifts for this year? Trying your hardest not to spend money. Not to add to the holiday spending debt, right? I don't want to do that. Oh, I forgot a step here. So because I'm working with a like a silky cord here, it wants to fray a little bit. And so I don't need that fraying when I'm trying to stick it through a hole. So just melt. There, now it won't fray. get the hang of it, you can make these quite quick. Alright, so there's the base of our tree. So now I'm going to start with the big one and work my way up. And it doesn't matter if your buttons have 2 holes or 4. See how the next one I put on there is slightly smaller than that big one? We just want to make sure that it does that gradually. It is very cold here in Boise, Idaho this morning. My fingers are cold, so I'm having a hard time gripping. Might have to break out the space heater today. Which that means I have to clean up my art room, so the space heater can fit in here okay without it getting something too warm and melting. You guys will have to let me know, have you turned on your heat yet? I think we're about ready to do that here. We've been holding out as long as we could. I've got all my blankets out, my sweaters, fuzzy socks. Okay, they are all on. Now look how cute that looks. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so the ones I saw on Pinterest, I wasn't quite sure how they were kind of like tying it off, so I kind of did my own. So I'll tie it at the top once and twice for safe measures, right? Okay, and then I will take my bead for the top. Let's see, what should we go with? Let's go with a yellow for this one. Or should we go pink? No, let's go yellow. And we want to make sure that our star is facing the right side up. And just slide it down on in there, right? And then I'm gonna kind of eyeball where I want to tie it at the top so it can hang, right? And then I'm going to cut off the excess at the top. Okay. And then so this bead doesn't keep sliding off, okay, I just stuck some glue. Come on. I just stuck some glue up in that bead. Okay. And then slide it down. There we go. And then once that glue dries, that bead will not go anywhere. There we go. So, oh, I only went 14 minutes. Well, maybe we should do a colored one then. But yeah, see? I glued all those beads down and they won't move now. They're on there. So yeah. So, maybe I'll show you how I pick out the beads if we have time. Yeah, we got time. Okay, so for starters, we need a dark base. So I've been going for my black beads here. Right. And I think for a good size base for the trunk of the tree, I've been going with this size. I just kind of need 5 of those. And it's okay if they're not all the same bead. I think that's what makes this unique. Okay, let's go with these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I wanted to show you an example here. See how all those black beads, all these black buttons are all slightly different designs, right? But they're similar size, so that will work. Same with your buttons. If they all look slightly different, like some will have like a little raised edge on the sides, some are flat, some, it doesn't matter, okay? So I am going to go with these 5 right here. So there's my base. Now, let's see. Should we go with a pink? Should we do a pink tree? Let's try to go with a pink tree. Get these out here. So I'll find the biggest one to start with. Does it look like? Oh, that one's probably next up. That might be too small. And I just keep seeing how small I can keep getting it here. That might be same as that size. Yeah. Okay, so we'll want that there, that one there, there we go. And they can all be different shades of pink. I think that adds, I like how, let's see, the one that we just made, see how they're all different shades of green? I love that. Let's see. No. We just want to keep getting smaller. Excuse me. We want to keep getting smaller. Well, that's probably about the same size, so that's fun. I really want this hot pink one in there. My throat's tickling. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need to try to squeeze in some different sizes. What's this one? Yeah, I could squeeze in that one right there. Okay, so we just need one more side. One more. I wonder if we can squeeze that in there. Okay, I think we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we did it. It would be kind of fun to get your buttons out too, huh? And just see what you got. Shape, sizes, colors. Especially if you've been hoarding your buttons and haven't been using them. Okay, so now what color am I going to use for this? I think, how cool would it be to go with a kind of a dark turquoise, bluish green. If I can find an end here. Do you ever get like me, like if you can't find the end of something, you like make your own end? Like you'll pull it out and just cut a loop off because you're frustrated with it. I do that. Sometimes I just don't have the patience to sit there and unravel something. Alright, so I've measured out my cord. Well, now that we've got all this pink, I kind of, hold on, I just thought of something. Why do we have to have a black base? We really don't. What if a neon pink here? I was just looking at all these pink. Yeah, let's get rid of this black. We'll save that for a different tree. We're going to go with, oh, I think this would be cute. My friend that I watch the dogs for, she loves pink, so I think this one is going to go for her. So you guys will let me know if you're going to try making one of these. I mean, you can see how fast I did the first one. Within 14 minutes. But when I started the video, I already had the buttons sorted out. So if you add going through and sorting the sizes out that you need, you could probably have one made with under 20 minutes. Okay, there's our hot pink base to our tree. How fun. Okay, now we're going to start the big one. You know what? This would probably be a really cool project for kids too, if you can get kids to sit down and make something. Like, it's simple. And it teaches them how to, thread yarn through a hole. Good, what is that called? Good motor skills project, right? You see how fast I can get these on there, right? Even with my frozen hands. Come on. Come on. And here's the last one. Oh, it's done there. Oh, that is so cute. Come on. That bottom button holds a little wider. Okay. How cute is that? Okay. So we're going to tie it up. Okay, it's all tied up now. Now, let's put one of these bigger stars on with the glitter in it. Put that on there. Oh, that's so cute. And then I'm just going to tie it. Okay. And then we need to stick a little bit of glue up inside that bead. And then just scoot it back down. And then just let that set. Those are so cute. Okay. So, I have, and before you put your first bottom bead on, you want to slide your charm onto your string first, and then put your beads on. In case I forgot to mention that. Slide your charm on first before building your tree. So, there we go. I think I'm going to keep this one for myself. Can you guess why? It's purple. It's got purples in it. But now, and I love this red one. See how the red one, because I guess I couldn't find enough sizes. Some of these are very similar in size, so it made the tree look kind of chunky and short and fat. But if you've ever been to a tree lot, there's all kinds of different shapes of trees. And I think that's so cute. Okay, so we made 2 on video. Alright, and I kept it at under 30 minutes. Awesome! Alright, I will let you guys go for the day. Thank you for tuning in and watching my video, and have a magical day.